my nephew developed leukemia at the age of 4. And most leukemia is really treatable these days, but unfortunately it wasn't treatable for him. And he went through all the standard treatments, and then it became time for him to have a bone marrow transplant. And all of my family and relatives were tested to see if they were a match for him, and no one was. So my mom called me and asked me if I would go down and see if I would qualify to be a bone marrow transplant. So I'm needle phobic, and I worked myself way up to see if I could go down and give the blood, and I did that, and I was all proud of myself and feeling that I conquered, my needle phobia. 3 days later, I got a phone call on my cell phone, just a message saying to me, "I'm sorry, we cannot even test your blood because you're so overweight that you don't qualify to even be considered." So that was a devastating thing for me. So I vowed that I was going to do something about my overweight and lose enough weight so that I could go and actually be tested. It was right about that point when I received an email from a friend with a link to Tom's site. I went and looked at it and read it, and I said, "Wow, this guy is sensible." And I said, he's debunking these bad weight loss myths and not really selling any products. And then I sort of started looking at the BFFM ebook, and then I bought the book, and I'm like, wow, this is very sensible. It was nothing that was crazy or restrictive or, kind of like I didn't have to kind of follow the yellow brick road and not eat this or not eat that. It was very sensible, and so I was very impressed by that. And I realized it was very flexible also. It's an easy structure. You can follow it, you can customize it, you can make it this way or that way. I just think it's like a breath of fresh air for those of us that want to lose weight because it's not rigid. Those of us that have had a lot to lose or have been dieting, we try to follow this rigid thing, and it just doesn't work because it's not normal. Well, honestly, the BFFM book really, really helps because there's a whole fabulous section there about reaching plateaus and making small changes, in what you're doing. And I took that advice to heart, and he speaks in the book about changing. There's so many variables, and people don't always realize what those variables are. So he really spells them out, and I really like that. When you're dieting or when you're on a strict program like Weight Watchers or other millions of diets, you don't think of flexibility. You just think, and I can do this, and I can't do this, and I have to do this, and I can't do that. But here, what he's saying in the book is, hey, find a change that you think might work and make it, and try it for a week and see what happens. It's almost like does. So if you lose weight that week, then that must be working. If you gain weight that week, well, that's not working. So it's very sensible, and I'm laughing at saying it because I come from this diet mentality that I come from. It's like, well, just do this, and there's nothing else except just do this. So here, one of the things I love about this is the flexibility of trying something different and see if it works. It's so flexible that I think it's going to work for so many people, unlike other diets.